Alright guys, I'm back. I've been busy. I'm always busy. Don't you ever think I'm not. I'm always working. Got my karate shirt. I don't know if you've ever seen it. My brother just got back from Nippon, Japan. Did you know Nippon is the Japanese word for Japan? It means Japanese Japan. But anyway, so now, been busy. Life's crazy. But I'm back. I'll be trying to do more vlogs, but I always say that. Sorry. But like, look, one fucking fight night. Which fight night was this? Because I always forget the numbers. One fight night 36. Good ass card. It was a good card. I really wanted to do a freaking a breakdown of this thing and say who I was gonna pick, but I ended up being wrong on a lot of these, and at least in my personal picks. Like for example, Shozo Isojima, I legit thought was gonna struggle against Nicolas Vigna. So let's go down right into it. Great card overall. But let's go into it. Shozo Isojima. Really good guy fighting in Japan, and he fought promotions I never heard of. But when he fought Nicolas Vigna, I don't know, man. It always confirms my bias because these wrestling judo guys, when it comes to the grappling department, they're able to beat jiu-jitsu guys. Like Nicolas Vigna isn't like a top-level jiu-jitsu player, but MMA jiu-jitsu, it's very good, and he has good submissions, and he's an okay striker because when he was fighting on the regional scene in Latin America and Argentina, he was smoking guys. For those who don't really follow the scene, he was very good in Latin America. Then he fights here in one. He's older, he's 35, where Shozo's like in his early 20s. I was picking Nicolas. I thought Nicolas is going to do good, and I want the Argentines to win. But that wasn't the case, man. Shozo Izuma, man, he showed out. He looked really good. The takedowns, positional dominance, and he was just able to control the fight wherever he went. Nicolas showed some really good jiu-jitsu, but it's just not enough, guys. In the world of MMA, it used to be you learn jiu-jitsu and you learn Muay Thai. Kickboxing and wrestling is my take. And people say like the Bruce Lee philosophy of like boxing versus wrestling, and people have that confirmation bias right now because of Ilia Top-Turo. Ilia Top-Turo is doing really good, so I think Top-Turo, people are tearing at Top-Turo, the MMA game. But other than that, though, really good MMA fight, an incredible fight, good dominant win. I really hope one kind of can like compete with Ryzen, because I think their goal should be to be the Asian MMA promotion that doesn't really exist. They should be the PFL. They should be PFL Asia before PFL makes PFL Asia, because it's going to happen. When they do, one's MMA is going to actually be done, and I don't want that. I don't want that. Although PFL Asia, I think, is inevitable. But other than that, though, great fight. On to the next one. Marie McManamon. Here's the thing. There's some Irish names that are just unpronounceable to me, and I thought Marie McManamon was Marie McMahon this whole time, because, you know, Vince McMahon, pretty common Irish name. But no, it's McManamon. And when I was read it, I'm like, what? McManamon. And again, a lot of people don't. Again, England and Ireland, and not looking too great. Anyway, this was a good fight. We had a good fighter. Let me scroll up. Out of the Knowles Academy, Johnathan Harrigan's teammate, Lyndon Knowles is in the corner. And again, she kind of has a style somewhat similar to John, footwork-esque. Lots of punch-heavy stuff. Still throws decent elbows. And you had Selina Flores of RWS fame and being a former world champion. I forget which title Selina held a title in. But USA was in the house. The Teep Queen was there, and she showed out, man. She showed out. She really repped California well. She repped the USA well. So I'm always happy to see that, because the thing about American style is like the trick to the United States and the trick to our style of striking is all the flaws that we have. Although we have a lot of good stuff, the best thing that we have at our disposal that no one in the house has as Americans is our footwork. The footwork that they train in the gyms is something that you just don't really see. A lot of the footwork they see, like even Johnathan Haggerty, who has great footwork, it's offensively minded. He's using it to set stuff up. For like Selina, Diego Paez, and all these guys from the U.S. that have, in Luke Lisi has decent footwork, although his is more offensive. And a lot of these guys, the best way to describe it is that they're more defensively minded. Like Diego Paez is avoiding Johan Ghazali, but still landing his shots. Selina Flores, she wasn't able to get the Teep game off, but she was still landing a lot of kicks. Taekwondo, karate style, more points landing, not throwing max power, trying to offset Marie, just call her Marie, goddammit. But like, man, Selina looked good. And she really adjusted well to the 4-ounce gloves. Selina looked very, very good, and I think she ripped the USA really, really well because she was able to land with everything. She was landing with punches, landing with kicks, and doing it all off the back foot. She really wasn't pushing forward, and normally that's a big thing in Muay Thai and kickboxing. Go going forward. But she really made a good style that is just going to be tricky to deal with, because if she's able to get to the atom weight division, like I don't think she's ever going to fight someone like Jackie Buntan, a bit too small. But like if she keeps this up, she's going to be really, really hard to deal with for any of the women in the female Muay Thai scene. I can see Selina Flores being a world champion. So hats off to her. Hopefully I can get an interview with her. So guys, let her know, like, the Mr. Chirac, the Muay Thai fanboy, would like to speak to you and ask you questions. But other than that, though, really good fight, man. I thought she won all 3 rounds. Marie McManamon did good. Knowles Academy. And if we're able to do that, if we have American gyms that are able to compete with that, that's a good sign. That's a good sign, at least for the women. Hopefully, the men can get up there, too. But I think we're catching up. I think we can see an American champion in one, and hopefully Luke can do that. But other than that, though, fantastic win for Selina Flores. Good fight overall. Grappling shit, I'm skipping that. And all right. No disrespect to BJJ, as I call it grappling shit and skip it and practice it myself. But anyway, the channel's called Muay Thai Fanboy, guys. Anyway, we got Sanzhar Zakirox versus Yong. This was a really good fight. It was a good shit fight. What I mean by that is, like, think of like Corey Sagenhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. I watched it and I was entertained by it, and I'll talk about that a little bit at the end. But like, when you see a guy who's just constantly taking down one guy and the other, It's entertaining from like a grappling perspective. If you train it, you understand it, and you do appreciate that aspect of MMA. For other casuals who are like, I want to watch kickboxing, Muay Thai, they're going to not appreciate it as much, and they're going to probably, like, the way I view the grappling matches, they probably view some of these MMA fights. But I do think it's far more entertaining. But no, man, Sanzhar Zakirox looked very good, and I was very happy with his performance. Yong also looked very good, man. Man, it's a shame. It's such a tragedy, because one's MMA is so good. The guys are very talented. I really think that everyone talks about, like, Bellator getting exposed by some of their UFC, but the fighters not doing great in the UFC. One has they're really good at scouting talent for MMA, which is why it's a tragedy that it might go away, and I hope it doesn't. I pray to God it doesn't. But for the fighters, right? But like, but yeah, man, Sanzhar and Zakirox and Yong. So basically, it was a lot of it. Like, Sanzhar was able to basically take down Yong a lot. Yong had excellent scrambling. Like, he did very, very good. But it's one of those things where, like, Sanzhar Zakirox and a lot of these wrestling guys are able to keep it one step ahead, because although the other guys are able to counter wrestle, even get better position at some points, the other guys, their whole game is positional authority. And in MMA, that's such a big deal. If you're pushing the pace, you're on top, you're not getting taken down, you're the one keeping the other guy busy. Especially with the one system, which, although one system with the knees of grounded opponents and technically 3 rounds or 1 round, which I don't like that Pride style rule set, technically benefits strikers more, because theoretically, if someone's like wrestle fucking you can just land the left hook, drop him, win the fight. So that I don't really like it. I think 10-point must is better. I think it's more fair, but I see why it's there. But no, there isn't really much to say about it. Really exciting fight. Sanzhar Zakirox was able to really impose his will with the grappling, but Yong was so good. The Chinese guys have very good wrestling, but it seems that, like, people in one, especially because they have so many Caucasus fighters and, like, those Eastern European, Central Asian fighters, the Stan fighters, a lot of them are so good at judo, sambo, wrestling, that a lot of people who fight in one, a lot of their game, a lot of what they practice is kind of like that. Even look at guys like Marisa Bevy, a guy who's like European, and Europe is not really known for its top level wrestling, but that guy's great wrestling too. And so yeah, it's just stuff like that. It's stuff like that. So other than that, though, fantastic fight. Not much to say. Incredible fight. Good job by Sanzhar Zakirox. Yong looked good, but I don't know how this is going to go for flyweight. And speaking of flyweight, we had Jared Brooks making his flyweight debut against Mansur Malachiev. And this was like a fight I thought, all right, Jared should win, man. Because Mansur Malachiev is good, but I thought Jared was overall just the better wrestler. But the thing about that is that, like, especially with his American wrestling background and him doing so well, and just like in his trilogy against Joshua Pashao, he was able to just kind of wrestle fuck him in all 3 fights, even though he lost one by DQ, which lame, and the third one he gassed out in, like, just shocking win, and, like, truly shocking. It's like, dude, you just beat the shit out of Joshua Pashao for like a round or 2, and then you just get TKO to gassing out. Rough stuff, man. It really sucks for Jared Brooks. I'm glad he won the world title, though, but I don't think he's going to be a champion again in one, because, again, one's top-level talent is very good, and he is at that level, but it's just a hard loss, and he's not getting any younger. But he's already been the world champion. But no, man, Jared Brooks in the first round, the way he was able to, like, push back Mansur Malachiev, take him down, do a lot of good work in the first, he really won that first round. He was able to land a little bit more even, but, like, no, that was a clear win for Jared Brooks in that first round. In the second round, when Jared Brooks got put on his back, that's when things went bad because Mansur Malachiev, being the slightly bigger fighter and having the better submission game, in my opinion, he caught Jared Brooks off guard. Like, because when they got in that north-south position, I don't think Jared was expecting the north-south choke. I thought he was expecting, like, a transition to mount. And by the time he already got it, it was too late. He had both the arm under the head, trapped under the other arm, incredible stuff, and he choked him out. Like, out. I was like, holy crap, dude. But, yeah, incredible win for Mansur Malachiev. There isn't much to say. Like, it just sucks for Jared Brooks because I like rooting for him. And I rarely ever root against him. But, again, Mansur Malachiev, good win. But it just shows, again, Malachiev has never been the champion in one. He's lost to, I think... Well, let me check right now. I want to see. Who is Mansur lost to? Joshua Pasha. I forgot. And, again, he has good wins. Oh, yeah, he beat Bokanga and Saruta. But, again, he's... oh, that's funny. But, like, yeah, man, it just goes to show that... The talent in one is very, very good, especially at those lighter weight classes, better striking, and they attract a lot of the Eastern Europeans the way that the PFL does too. And again, if you're trying to get into MMA and one, you're like, oh, I don't want to fight in the UFC. No, the UFC does have the biggest pool of talent, but the top level of each one of these promotions, PFL 1 and even, maybe not Ryzen, their top guys, they're the real deal. The real deal. But other than that, though, fantastic win. Now, onto the bigger fights, the stuff I really want to talk about. Kongthoranee versus Aslamjon Ortikov. Now, again, this was a tough one because Kongthoranee, I feel bad for him, man. He's done so much, and the thing about it is, like, a lot of people will say, I think, was it the second round that Aslamjon Ortikov got the knockdown? But point is that Aslamjon Ortikov, the first round, Kongthoranee didn't really know how to deal with the fellow southpaw stance, and he let Aslamjon Ortikov, just really get ahead of him. He was just throwing more, doing more, and Aslamjon, I'm just gonna go Ortikov. Ortikov just basically kept just outstriking him. He wasn't hurting him at all, but he was just winning on points the first round. The second round, he was able to catch Kongthoranee's low kick because they're kind of having a low kick battle because when two southpaws face off, they tend not to because they're not used to seeing that left side leg. So when they were doing that, Ortikov caught him with a cross and a hook. And a lot of people were like, that wasn't a knockdown. And it's like, I see why you would think that. But Kongthoranee didn't even dispute it. And I think he was actually hurt. So although it was a little sus, and to be fair, a lot of people did point out that Olivier Coste reffed like 2 whole cards. So it could have been a mistake. Would I have counted a knockdown? I'm not a referee, but when I saw it, I said, is that a knockdown? And I'm like, he's not disputing it, so probably. And it's not until you see the replay. It was a catch into a punch, into a 2-3. So it's tricky, man. But at the same time, I think people would have less to complain about if basically it wasn't Olivier Coste working off of like 10 hours of sleep, having to get up and doing all that. They're working Olivier Coste's ass off. They better pay him overtime for that. I felt bad for him. People, because it's like, and again, to me, that's a bad sign for one if they're doing shit like that. And I know Aniki MMA, great channel, by the way. I recommend him. Japanese dude. He is probably, like, going to make a video about that. Like, how they basically made, like, he's basically, like, one is, like, his pet lolcow promotion. He's, like, turkey tomming it for them, which is pretty funny. But so, yeah, that's another thing is that Olivier Coste was, like, getting worked to the fucking bone on that night. So, yeah. But other than that, though, Ortikov, he won the first 2 rounds. He dropped him. Kongthoranee did a lot better in the third, but it's like that one was the closest round. So it just sucks because Kongthoranee, he is championship level, and that division, again, flyweight Muay Thai, look at who he's fought. Everyone that he's fought. Again, he fought Nango, he fought Nakrab, Tagir, beat a lot of these guys. Clearly, again, he beat Nango, and that's just those guys off tops. Like, again, Superlek. He's had to face just such a murderer's row. And it just sucks because I don't think he's ever going to get a shot at a title. When he's very much in title contention, I still think, like, it should have been, like, again, Rodtang wasn't the title holder. He lost the belt on the scales. In my opinion, you get Kongthoranee versus Nango 3, right? To make it fair, but it's not fair. They're going to give the title shot to Rodtang. Why? Because he beat Takeru in the very first round KO. So it just sucks. I think he has to win, like, 3 fights before he even gets considered for title contention. Just puts it back further. It just sucks. I feel bad for Kongthoranee because I think he should have gotten the title shot already against Rodtang, but I hope we can make a comeback because I do like Kong. I think he's one of the best slick guys out there. And when he fights young fighters, like young monsters like Ortikov, who fought him like on his best night, it's tough. But other than that, though, good fight overall, though. It was a very good fight. And my least favorite fight of the night, Aung Lasong versus Zebaztian Kadestam. I'll be honest, guys. It was a horrible fight. I didn't like this fight at all. Olivier Kostic in the first in the first round told him to actually exchange. Zebaztian Kadestam went up to middleweight, so like 205, so he kind of looked fat. And it's like, it just wasn't a good fight in my opinion. I don't like the whole thing. And I'm glad that one, and don't get me wrong, Aung Lasong did a lot for one, but one did more for him than I think he did for one. Because here's the thing. One isn't really doing any events in Myanmar, and I don't think the Burmese can really... I don't think they can do a lot for one in terms of money. It's like they just don't make that much money. They can't do much. They probably... Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's a bunch of Burmese fans. And other than but like I would hold Cambodia in higher regard to like one stuff than I would Myanmar, because Cambodia is right there and they have a history where like Burma and Myanmar, like who's come out of there that's a good fight. Remember, Aung Lasong isn't even from Myanmar. He's American. He trains out of the United States. Mickey Gall walked out with him. I saw that. I'm like, oh, is that Mickey Gall? I think he's done fighting because he's 7-7 now. I think you should go to the regionals, Mickey. You can still make something of yourself. Be like a CES champion. That's beside the point. But yeah, Aung Lasong, and the fight just wasn't good. It wasn't exciting. And some people think it was fake. And some people are saying, no, Zebaztian's just washed. And it's like, no, don't say that, because who the fuck is he? Who the fuck is Revolter Soljic going to fight now? He's not going to fight Aung Lasong. I legit thought when I saw this, oh, Zebaztian's just going to murder Aung Lasong. I don't care that he's a welterweight. He's just better. And he's a KO puncher. And he's just a murderer. So he's going to smoke Aung Lasong. But that didn't happen. The fight, I don't want to say it's fake. I don't want to say that. But it just, at minimum, I don't want to make any conspiracy theories. It wasn't a good fight. It just wasn't a good fight. It was a good send-off. The finish wasn't even that great. He kind of just covered up until he got finished. And Zebaztian Kadestam's better than that, in my opinion. So it's just rough. It's rough seeing it. And it just wasn't a good fight. And, of course, it was a good send-off for Aung Lasong. And, honestly, I didn't watch the post-fight interview because I went to the bathroom and, I was getting phone calls. But I know for a fact what happened. They said, you've done a lot for me, Bitch Chilson. You've done a lot for Burmese, Myanmar, MMA. One of the best to ever do it. Like Aung Lasong, who was not one of the best to ever do it. But at least... To give credit to Aung Lasong, and I am grateful for him, and I think he's a good presence in MMA, and he does show representation for Asian MMA, especially Southeast Asian, is that he is the best Burmese fighter, and he's one of the best representatives for Southeast Asians, that they could be something in MMA, because I always want more guys from more countries than MMA, because you never know what you're going to get. You just never know what you're going to get. So, other than that, though, not a great fight. Good send-off for Aung Lasong. Happy retirement, and I hope he's able to build the sport for a lot more guys. Like the way Brandon Vera, because, we are seeing more Filipinos and more Filipino MMA fighters. I hope we can see that at least for MMA. I want to see them grow their MMA with these cheaper athletes that they can afford to get, and that way they can build more fans who want to see them and they're going to pay. But that's beside the point. Other than that, though, on to the main event. I was soy-jacking this fight. I was soy-jacking when I was watching the replay of this fight because I had to go to bed because I worked at 3 a.m. So when I watched the replay of this fight at 2 a.m. on my Amazon Prime thing, I was like, hell to the frickin' yeah. Let's go, Johnathan DeBella. JDB. JDM. What about JDB? So again, man, when it comes to John, his career, and again, he's young, but his whole career in one, when he debuted, because remember, I saw that fight against Young Pai Meng where he won the belt. And wait, hold up. Yeah, when he won the belt, and then how things have gone for him since then, beating Rui Botello, beating Sammy, he's had a good career in one, and it hasn't even been that long, and I felt so vindicated for him. All the times Chatri is fucking shit on him. All the times that people said he's not that good. The way Prajanchai just kept freaking clinching the shit out of him the first fight. He's had it tough, man. And North Americans are underrepresented. So when his team, that Canadian, when Canadians succeed now, just so you know, I'm a super violent Canada hater. But whenever I see Canadian kickboxers, I'm like, Gabriel Varga, that's my GOAT. My North American GOAT. Because we don't have anything. What? Edgar Tabarez? All we got's, a couple guys in the United States. Luke, Diego, Sean Clamaco, probably not. But, we don't have much. So I take what I can get. Anyone from the big three in USA, Mexico, and Canada, I'm always going to support them because I'm ethnically Latinx. So I got to support my ethnicity. But no, when I'm going to see anyone, I'm always going to support. And especially with the whole, like, John is like, had this career of not being the company favorite. He's being the company anti-favorite, the company guy who gets shit on. And he's still a graceful guy, kind guy, likable guy, doesn't talk trash. But man, his fights are always entertaining. And in this fight, it wasn't like, I thought he won the first fight. I thought he 3-2'd Prajanchai. I guess this time he 4-1 him. First 3 rounds, smokes him easy. Fast as shit, lighting up with combos, toe kicks to the body, lots of fucking calf kicks. The calf kicks were really killing Prajanchai. And Prajanchai, he boxed fairly well, the way a Muay Thai guy would, and he was throwing with volume, but it just wasn't on the same level. He was never ever going to match Johnathan DeBella as a boxing ever. He should have made a kicking fight. But here's the thing, though, he kept getting lit up. He kept getting hit. The thing about Johnathan DeBella is, unfortunately, he's boxing's Devin Haney. He's fast as shit. He's athletic. He's strong, but he is not gifted with power. He actually seems to lack it. And even despite that, he was able to catch Prajanchai in like the 3rd round. Like, I think it was the 3rd round. That was like the closest round for Prajanchai till then. And then he got freaking rocked off to like a knee with the right hook. But man, that southpaw boxing is a problem. Like, again, at strawweight, dude, and there's a lot of people at strawweight. At least, you know, he can fight a lot of Thais and a lot of East Asians, so they got to get guys from K1 and they got to get guys from Wise, and there's a lot of guys for Johnathan DeBella. Wait, hold. Oh shit, Johnathan DeBella, yeah. I don't know why I had a brain fart there. I'm like, for Johnathan DeBella, and it's like, I want him to do so good, man. I want him to do so good. I want good things for Johnathan DeBella. I want good things. I want more guys coming out of Canada, because Canada's a very underrated kickboxing nation. So I would like what's best for them. I really, really do. So, other than that, though, fantastic fight. First 3 rounds went the way of Johnathan DeBella. 4th round was Prajanchai's round, because he was able to catch John left guard with the boxing, with the flurry, and also John was slowing down. 5th round, he was able to gain his composure, and although he was throwing less, he was just far more accurate. Still, it was an absolute masterclass from John. Absolute masterclass. Prajanchai only had 1 good round. That's it. 4-1 across the scorecards, and the scorecards were good, man. I thought he was like, oh, is he going to get robbed? A lot of guys in the kickboxing, the IG chat, were like, are they going to rob John? Are they going to rob John? Because we saw some horrific shit 2 Saturdays ago. Remember, Yoda fucking PTT, that Thai version of Kaito Ono from fucking Thai Fight, the Thai version of shoot boxing, robbing the shit out of Alessio Malatesta twice. And I'm going to do a video on Alessio Malatesta, poor guy. But that's beside the point, man. Other than that, though, fantastic freaking card. It was a good card for the Amazon guys. So I really, 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 really hope these things keep going on. This is a great card, and it's going to be a great end of the year for one. I'm not sure what comes next, though. Let's see, what's next? I don't like that. That's a month away. And it's Roman Crickley. And just so you know, oh, this is actually a good card. I already like this. Oh, yeah, this is actually not bad. Gilbert Nakatani. Oh, shit, Carlo Bumiyang. Nico, oh, shit, my boy. My boy Luke, he's going to fight. We got Rambo. Actually, no, this is a good card. For those who don't know about Samek Agdebe, he just won a Senshi tournament. And this guy's like a one-punch KO artist. And let's see if they have anything for him yet. Not yet. But, like, young as hell. Like, one-punch KO guy who won the Senshi tournament, and they're already having him fight Roman Crickley. And that's a bad fucking sign for heavyweight, because Glory successfully monopolized the heavyweight division, and yeah, one's heavyweight division is dead. He'll let Roman go. Just give up on heavyweight. That's actually my take. Give up on heavyweight kickboxing the way Glory gave up on lightweight kickboxing. Steal all the lightweights, one. Steal the lightweights, let Glory have the heavyweights. It's done. It's done. K1 has a better heavyweight division than you guys. And Liu Sancina Crimean, who aren't even real heavyweights, are better than this. It's just the truth. But other than that, though, fantastic card. More things to come. I'm going to make more vlogs, do more videos. Going to do some reaction videos. I might do some streams. But I can't promise anything, guys. Life is just busy. And I'm coaching, teaching, working my other jobs. Like, it's just rough. But other than that, though, thank you guys so freaking much. Like and subscribe. Share the video around. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. God bless.